Hello and welcome to another In a Nutshell video. This video is looking at the topic 1E in the Christianity component of the Religious Studies A-Level from Eduqas. Topic 1E looks at the message and preaching in the early church as described in Acts chapter 2 and 3. If you have not already watched the video about C.H. Dodd, then click on the pop-up above and then come back to this video. In this video, we are going to be looking at the challenges posed to the Kerygma by Rudolf Bultmann. Some scholars have questioned whether it is possible to find any relevance for the modern audience when trying to understand the Kerygma. Firstly, Jesus was preaching about an end time that he expected to arrive during his lifetime. Clearly, this did not happen. The apostles were equally convinced of this, and as such, they presented Jesus as an eschatological figure, someone who is concerned about the end times. As we are still here talking about this in the 21st century, there is a clear error in the early Christian message. Rudolf Bultmann was a German theologian from the early 20th century. He argued that the supernatural elements of the Bible are unnecessary in the modern world, and that all a Christian needs to accept is that Jesus lived, taught, and died. He argued that Scripture should be demythologized. Bultmann stated that Christians today need to distinguish between the myth in the Kerygma from the relevant message for today. Bultmann identified two mythologies present in the New Testament. Firstly, the belief of Jewish apocalypticism, which taught that the present time of good and evil will soon end and make way for an era that is perfect. This perfect era will be preceded by the arrival of the Messiah. The second myth is Gnosticism, which has Judeo-Christian origins. Gnostics claimed that humans have a spark of light trapped in their material bodies, which could be set free through secret knowledge. These two myths claimed that the world would soon end, and that Jesus had a heavenly origin, both of which are difficult to believe today. For Bultmann, it is the message behind these myths that are important. They must be interpreted for a modern audience, and the myths should not be removed completely, as this reduces the message to mere moral commands and removes the personal engagement with the Christian message. It is a person's experience with Jesus that allows them to understand certain basic truths about the human condition, such as humans are finite beings, but there is something more powerful than us. Also, we can be forgiven, and we can make choices of faith individually. Bultmann argues that there was a deep personal confrontation when the listeners heard the words of the apostles. This is seen in the passage in Acts chapter 2, verse 37, which says, "When the people heard this, they were cut to the heart." The listeners weren't trying to interpret and understand the message given. Rather, they were deciding to follow Jesus. Bultmann says that the Kerygma is a personal message which proclaims truth and elicits a response. This means that it isn't about reducing it to the material or ethical elements, nor can it be explained scientifically or proven historically. Bultmann says that the Kerygma is not mythological, but it is expressed through mythology. In criticism of Bultmann, some have argued that he too easily dismissed Christianity as mythological, and he should have focused on the historical foundations of Christianity. Some have also attacked him for replacing myths about apocalypticism and Gnosticism with another myth, his own interpretation of meaning. Some have also questioned whether Bultmann's interpretation of the Kerygma is remotely Christian, and the personal message which Bultmann claims for the Kerygma is opposed to the community which is formed in the Book of Acts. Thanks for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe down below.